A son was talking to his father one day and he said, "Dad, I want to get into shape, but it's so hard. I don't think I can do it. Every time I start, I always quit. My body hurts, but I see no results. It's useless. I can't do it. I give up." The dad takes a long, hard look at his son and he says to him, "Son, get up. Follow me. I want to show you something." The son follows his father into the garage where a bench press is set up. "Dad, I've already been through this. I've been working hard and trying my best and nothing's changing. I can't do this." "Son, relax. I didn't bring you in here to make you lift these weights. You may not be able to lift that weight right there, but you can lift your own. Give me a set of 20 push-ups." The son looks at his dad a little perplexed and thinks to himself, "I could have done push-ups in the house. What is he doing?" He looks down at the floor and reluctantly gets down into the push-up position. He does the 20 and starts to raise himself off the ground. The boy's dad says, "Nah, you did that pretty easy. Give me 20 more." The son looks at his dad again and begins to wonder if he's being punished, but does the next 20 anyway. Laying on the ground annoyed, the son says, "Am I done now, Dad? What's the point of this?" Dad says, "You sore yet?" "No." The dad replies, "Why don't you go until your arms get tired?" "What? Dad, just do what I asked. I want to show you something." "Get up," Dad says. Visibly frustrated, he goes back to the floor and does about 50 more push-ups before his arms start to give out. The father sees him struggling to hold himself up. The son's chest hits the floor. The son looks angry. Dad walks over to the garage door, looks over at his son and simply says, "Get up," before going back inside. The son stares for a second, but glad he no longer has to do push-ups, he gets back to his feet. He follows his dad inside and heads up to his room to calm himself down. When he was ready to talk, the son sits down in the living room and says to his dad, "You said you wanted to show me something. What was it?" "Get up. Get your shoes on." The boy rolls his eyes but follows his dad back through the garage and into the driveway anyway. This time, Dad gets in the car and starts it up. The son walks around to the passenger side and reaches for the door. Dad stops him in his tracks. He said, "No, son, I want you to run. I'll be right alongside you, but don't stop running until the only choice you have to keep moving forward is to crawl." "Dad, this is getting ridiculous. I'm not doing this." The son sits down on the garage floor, arms folded across his knees, angry. Dad honks the horn and says more sternly this time, "Get up." The son slaps the ground and pushes himself off the floor and starts down the driveway toward the sidewalk. He reaches the end of the first block, looking for any sign of sympathy or signal for him to get back in the car. He gets none, so he keeps going. By this time, the cursing he was giving to his father could no longer be contained in his mind. Dad heard every word but gave no response and kept driving nonetheless. The father and son reached the end of the second block. The son, winded and thirsty, looked over at his father again for any sign that this nightmare would be over. A water bottle flew at him through the open car window. The boy took a knee and a sip. The father yelled out the window, "Get up!" The boy yelled through clenched teeth but did as he was told. He continued on. By the time the son reached the fifth block, his legs started to feel like cement. His pace slowed down. He glanced over at his dad and knew he still needed to keep going. In the middle of the sixth block, his legs started to feel like noodles. The boy didn't want to get yelled at or told to get up again, so he sipped from his bottle and finished the block. He went down to a knee and couldn't stand right away when he tried. He was hurting, exhausted, and visibly upset. He tried to lift the bottle to his lips to quench his thirst, but lost his balance and fell over. "Get up," his father said from the car window. "Leave me alone. I'm not doing this anymore. Take me home. I'm sick of this." "Get up." The father was more stiff in tone. The son yelled back from his hands and knees, looking down on the ground. No! I've done all this work. I've done everything you told me to do. You just keep asking for more. I'm done. Get up! The dad was yelling this time. Screw this! You were going to show me something and all you've done is put me through hell today. You haven't shown me anything. The son was now looking up at his dad's car with tears streaming down his face. Get up, Dad said as he swung the car door open. Still unable to stand, the son crawled to the car door, grabbed it and lifted himself into the vehicle and shut it. Arms folded, breathing heavy, tears still flowing, the son decided it'd be best to ride in silence. As the son wiped away his tears, the dad breaks that silence. I told you I'd show you something. The son looked across the car at his dad with the side eye that could have set him ablaze. Show me what? You didn't show me anything. You've had me running, doing push-ups, making me work out all day, and I have yet to see what you wanted to show me. This whole day has been a waste of time. What did you show me? Dad chuckled. Son, that's a flat-out lie. I did show you something. You told me you can't do this, and I showed you that you can. After you did the 40 push-ups, I told you to get up and go till you couldn't. You did even more than that on your own. And when your chest hit the ground after you did all you could do, you might have felt defeated, but what was the last thing that you did before you left that garage? Get up? When I told you to get up and run alongside my car, you could have stopped when I gave you that water, but what did you do after I gave it to you? Get up. In the boot, you went on to finish another 4 blocks. You could barely move on that last block, but you finished it up without me even saying anything to you. When you couldn't stand after I opened the door for you to get into the car, what was the last thing you did before you sat your stinky, sweaty, sniffling, crying self back in my car? He looked over at his son with his eyebrows raised and a smile on his face that gave him the answer. Get up. The son smiled back and started to chuckle. You see, son, when you started out this day, you thought all this was impossible. You not only doubted your abilities, but you doubted yourself. What I wanted to show you was that the impossible is very much attainable for you, even when you're knocked down, even when you're at your lowest point, even when you feel you physically can't do it anymore, even when all you can do is drag yourself through whatever life throws you, you can do it. When you want something, you get up and pursue it relentlessly. When you get hurt and life knocks you down, you get up and you learn from it. When you feel you've given your all, you get up and you give it some more. And son, when all your work is done and you finally accomplish what you set out to do, you get up and admire your work. Be proud of yourself, always. You'll never fail in life. You'll only learn and grow no matter what you go through, as long as you just get up.